my first Philly, especially Miss McAllister's and Mrs. Freil's class. Here we are back again in Mrs. Allen's music room, and thankfully and finally, even though we only have 2 weeks left of our remote teaching time, have figured out how to show you guys books where you can actually read the words instead of it being all backwards and jumbly, and I'm sure really hard to look at in the beginning. So here we are again. On Monday we were talking about Latin dance styles originally. I started out by showing you guys the tango and giving you guys some basic steps for the tango. And we read the book Fiesta, which talked about all the things that go into making a Hispanic party, or I think in that case very specifically a Mexican celebration, a lot more fun with music and dance. So I told you today we're going to be talking about the Mambo. We absolutely are. And that starts with a book. The book we are going to read, oh sorry again about this glare, is Mama Does the Mambo. And this is written by Leiner, but illustrated by Adele Rodriguez. Yes, I can roll my R's, friends. And I really like this cover. It just has a lot of joy and reminds me a lot of dancing with my abuela, my grandmother, in her living room, just whenever we were over her house. It's good times. So this is Mama Does the Mambo. And then after we are finished reading it, we're going to have a little mini lesson on the mambo now instead of the tango. And we'll get a few of the basic steps from a very reputable dance team that does the mambo together. I really like the illustrations in this book, actually. Mama Does the Mambo. And I like this because it has the shoes that sometimes dancers will use so that they know where to place their feet when they're first learning how to do these Latin and ballroom dances. And they have little numbers in them so you know to put your foot here and then over to number 2 and then over to number 3 and so on and so forth, so you know the order of the dance. Beautiful. Alrighty. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. After Papa died, Mama stopped dancing. Just like that. He died, and just like that, the dancing in our house stopped. Or, can't really see what that is. Of course, how could it not? There was no one in our house for Mama to dance with. Oh, she seems very sad. Sometimes I thought I missed Mama's dancing more than I missed Papa. I know for sure I missed the music, but mostly I missed the way Mama danced everywhere. While she cooked our dinner, while she hung the laundry, while she swept the courtyard, and even while she shopped. Wow, this mom seems like a pretty joyous lady. Some pretty bad glare on here. Give me a second, friends. Alright, that's much better. At the end of a long day, when Papa got home from sugar harvest, I loved the way Mama looked at him as he came toward her with his quiet, hushed, almost whispered, "Let's dance." The record player was always on at night. I missed the deep, hollow hit of the first conga that caused Papa to snap his fingers and got Mama's shoulders moving in one direction and her hips in a whole other. So they like to listen to conga music. Conga is a kind of a drum that's pretty much only used in Latin music. That was where it was developed. It was developed differently in other countries, that kind of a drum. I missed the inky blue night sky that came out in Mama's eyes when she put her arm around Papa's strong, straight back, with her other arm stretched long and slender as a light-colored glove. Her hand in his dark one. A sliver of moon shined down on them in the courtyard, their arms flying, her brown legs disappearing behind his trousers, the two of them swaying like clothes on the line, the two of them making their own soft wind in that silver light. Papa held the beat, and Mama the rhythm. The sound of their hands when they came together was like palm leaves flapping in the wind. Mama's against Papa's, Papa's against Mama's, her crimson skirts whipping a million lights. Papa like the sparrows in the tamarind tree. The two of them, their own hurricane. I love that line, friends. That's the kind of love that I wish for you all, honestly. It's something. On Carnival morning, Mama wore layers of gauze skirts, and her ruffled blouse settled just off her smooth shoulders. Papa's brilliantined hair, oh goodness, was slicked shiny as a mallard's feathered back. Mallard is a duck. I wanted to look at them forever, but Papa slipped out front to puff on a fat cigar. Pretty common in Latin households. Mama said he was always nervous before they danced. She wasn't. She turned on the toes of her black patent high heels, around and around, giving me a long last look at her. So there's their mom's dress. There's Papa outside. Afterward, everybody came by to say how grand they'd been. Mama and Papa doing the merengue, another dance, the tango we talked about, the rumba, another Latin dance, and the cha-cha-cha. I'm sure you guys have heard about that one. But Mama always smiled and said, "I love the mambo best." One spring has already come and gone. Carnival's almost here again. When I see Marina, who lives next door and is pulling the laundry off the line, she tells me, "Sofia, your mama needs un compañero para bailar el mambo." Un compañero? A partner? I cannot imagine anyone but Papa dancing with Mama. Then Rosa, who cooks in the fancy paladar in Miramar, says, "Chiquita Sofia, es importante to find someone who can sweep your beautiful mama off her feet. Ha llegado ahora. It is time." Rosa tells Mirna, who runs the projector at Cine La Rampa in Vedado. And Mirna tells Dory, who sings boleros at the Casa de la Truva in central Havana. All of them agree that Mama needs is a partner. It is time. But who? Who will dance with her? Is there anyone who can dance the mambo with Mama? I'm so nervous. My arms and legs shake like the beans in maracas. So you can see, even though this story is about dance, it's also a lot about music. Because those two, I'd say, are pretty linked, well linked. Perhaps I am worried for nothing, because people come from all over Havana. It seems everyone wants to dance with Mama. Selvaggio from El Mercado, Estras from La Farmacia, Pablo from La Oficina de Correos, and Miguel in his shiny red Chevrolet. They all come to the courtyard. Mama's milkshake, I guess. Sophia, Sophia! Mama's friends coo at me like excited pigeons gathering on the high stone wall. See how many there are to choose from. They point at the long line of possible partners for Mama. All I can think of is Papa. Soon the air is filled with the squealy strains of the fiddle and the bright jingle and shake of the maracas. Someone plays the conga. Mama smiles, but her heart's not in it. Her skirts stay in the closet, her feet bare. Oh, she didn't even get out her dancing shoes. Eduardo comes too. He brings melons and cuts them in bright, juicy pieces for our guests. He brings malangas and cooks them till they're soft and mixes them with butter till they're sweet. He brings lamb and we shred and cook the meat and eat ropa vieja. Mama laughs when Eduardo tells a joke. Mama smiles when he asks her what she wants for dinner. Eduardo es muy simpático. Rosa thinks Eduardo is so nice. Eduardo es muy guapo. Dora thinks he's so cute. I don't know, Eduardo. What do you guys think? Think Eduardo's got a chance? Eduardo takes us to La Habana Vieja, and we sip coconut milk straight from the nut with thick straws. He takes us out for long walks along El Malecón, the waves breaking over the old stone wall. ¿Tu mamá quiere a Eduardo? Marina wants to know if Mama likes Eduardo. Of course Mama likes him. We both like Eduardo. But Carnival is 6 days away. Concentración, Mama! I remind her that Eduardo can't dance. One quiet night when Eduardo comes by, he seems different. Perhaps he's taller? Is that possible? On his head, his straw boater seems to tilt just right, and his clean white guayabera makes his dark eyes glow. So his guayabera is his shirt, and his boater is his hat. His shiny black shoes are made for dancing. I hold my breath, hoping against hope. But when the music starts, long and slow, tuning itself up to the mambo, Eduardo's feet seem put on backward. He tries to dip Mama, but her back is taut as the royal palms that taught el malacon. Mama tries to twirl, but Eduardo is off the beat. Even before the song is over, he breaks away to check the arroz con pollo, the chicken and rice. While Eduardo sets the table, I fill in. I put my arm around Mama's back, holding her firmly. I reach for her other hand. I remember the steps that Papa stepped. As we warm to the music, I dip her low and deep. Mama, this will never do. It's 2 days till Carnival and Eduardo still can't dance. Oh, I wonder if she might know somebody nearby who can help. The next day, Eduardo comes by with a basket full of fruit. Plantanos, papayas, and a piña. We cut them up while he tells me his latest fishing story. I like his smile from ear to ear. We scoop black beans for dinner, and he shows me how to soak them. He teaches me how to play checkers. Before lunch, he takes his clarinet out of his bike basket and plays a sonata. So a sonata is a different form of song, like a symphony that we talked about earlier. Let's practice, I remind them, clapping my hands. I turn the record player up loud. Eduardo trips over Mama's feet. She trips over his. Everyone's expecting you to dance, I tell her. I glare at Eduardo. I point at Mama. You need a real partner. Mama smiles and shrugs and touches Eduardo's face. Not sure if Mama really cares about dancing after all. On the day of Carnival, the streets are filled with banners, red and green and blue. 1 million people all dressed up like bougainvillea and orchids. The air smells of limas and gardenias, all different kinds of flowers. Mama has on her red dress and high-heeled black dancing shoes. Her thick, dark hair is pulled back in a barrette, and behind her right ear is a white hibiscus flower. Eduardo looks nice. He has on a crisp, clean white jacket. The creases down his pantalones make his legs look long and graceful. He's holding Mama's hand firmly. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean he'll be able to dance. I have on a pile of Mama's skirts and my own new tight white blouse settled just off my shoulders. Well, you can see her here. In the Plaza de la Catedral, there is a rumba playing. Mama and Eduardo watch the other dancers. Then the band plays a fast cha-cha-cha. Mama and Eduardo clap their hands. When the merengue plays, Mama and Eduardo start to sway. Oh, he's getting there. Finally, the conga player hammers out the beats and the fiddler picks up the first strains of the Mambo. I hold my breath. I feel the crowd holding theirs. We are all looking at Mama. Mama smiles at Eduardo. But then she stretches out her hand and motions for me to join her. I'm confused as I walk across the crowded area to the dance floor. Everyone is quiet. Mama's eyes shine like 2 bright moons. She puts her arm around my straight, strong back. Her other arm, long and slender, stretches out to meet my own dark hand. As she dips me back, we look at each other and I smile up at her. Our skirts twirl, and I am lost in the motion, lost in the wind of our dance. Mama holds the beat, and I am the rhythm. And there, in front of all of Havana, I am dancing with Mama, and Mama is dancing the mambo again. Oh, and I like that they have a little glossary here, which tells you all of the words that they said in Spanish and English. Super duper nice. There is Mama Does the Mambo. So now I'm going to send you right over to this YouTube tutorial, and we're going to learn a few steps of the mambo.
Hi guys, it's Aaron.
And I'm Christina.
And we're professional dance instructors here in New York City, and today we're going to be talking about a little dance called the Mambo. And more specifically, we're going to be taking a look at a step, just the basic action here, forward and back. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with our left leg, and we're going to count this out as we take a step forward. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. So taking a look at that again, starting with our left leg, we're taking a step forward, forward, replacing our weight back on our right leg, replace, and stepping together. As we hold the 1 and rock back again on our right, 2, 3, together, and again coming forward, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
And so ladies, we are starting right now with the gentleman on their left foot, but when we dance it together, we'll be starting backward on our right foot. And just a note for guys and girls, keep these steps very, very small and compact underneath your body. Mambo is a really kind of fast and fun dance. It does not really travel very much, so being able to keep smaller steps will help you keep in time with the music.
So now let's take a look at that with a partner, and also note that we're using several different handholds here in this dance, going from our basic closed position to a 2-hand hold, to 1 hand, and also the handshake hold, as well as sometimes we're going to enter some more advanced turns and spins with different handholds, sometimes over and under in any combination of the two. So let's take a look again at that basic action with a partner now, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how you do the basic action forward and back in the mambo.
Let's try that to some music.
Alright, and that was the few basic steps of the mambo that we just learned. Pretty exciting. So, I will see you guys again on Friday. And on Friday, we're going to be reading a book called My Mama Had a Dancing Heart. And that book is about a different kind of dance. And I kind of want to see what you guys think of how they're similar, how they're different. And yeah, just talk a lot about music and dance. So I'll see you guys then.